Let's talk about CLOV. Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm your beautiful host, Young Buffett, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things CLOV. We're going to take a look at what people are talking about. We're going to take a look at dark pool data. We're going to take a look at some options data. Again, looking at max pain, taking a look at some things that we should look out for earnings. But before we do, I need to tell you guys something. So we sit here every single day and we talk about investing, right? But why? Why do we invest? Well, if you ask me, to make money. But what's the point of all that money if you have sneaky subscriptions chipping away at your bank account every single month? Well, I don't know about you, but I literally every month look at all of my accounts and I see random subscriptions I thought I canceled, but they're still charging me. And the only way I remember is when I see the charge on my account, and then I get distracted and then I forget to cancel it again until I see the next month's charge. And it's really annoying. So if you're anything like me and you're always looking for ways to save some money and optimize things, check out Truebill. So they are able to safely and securely identify those reoccurring charges, and you're able to cancel unwanted subscriptions with just a tap. But wait, that's not all. Truebill is loaded with other features that allow you to keep track of your monthly expenses, get notifications when you spend too much money, and they have tools to monitor your credit score and give you insights on how to improve it. And you can even set up an automatic savings fund that you're able to withdraw from anytime. They even have the same safety protocols as banks to ensure that your personal information is fully encrypted. So don't be scared. Stop what you're doing. Scroll down to the link in my description and get started. Or head over to truebill.com/stonks. Now that I got that off my chest, let's dive right into it. So Ape Wisdom, first and foremost, has been going absolutely crazy on Tesla. Again, Ape Wisdom covers Wall Street Bets, Wall Street Bets New, Wall Street Bets Elite, stock market, investing, SPACs, options, day trading, and short squeeze subreddits. And the reason why I bring up Tesla is because all of these subreddits are talking about Tesla. We've noticed that the meme stocks like GameStop and AMC and some other meme stocks like Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, and them have been slowing down. And same with SoFi, even CLOV. But I hear a lot of people say that CLOV isn't a meme stock. I kind of agree. It's not just a meme stock, but it most definitely is a meme stock. It falls in that meme basket. I have a whole video where I talk about this. But the reason why I bring up Tesla is because everybody's focused on Tesla and Elon right now. That guy's net worth is just over $300 billion. So it's getting kind of meme-ish. It's getting kind of crazy. There's a lot of hype, a lot of momentum. If we skip ahead, we can even see on the Wall Street Bets Swaggy Stonks sentiment gauge chart ticker thing, Tesla is overwhelmingly controlling this narrative and controlling this chart. So there is a lot of momentum going on. It's important to know what's going on. The overall public sentiment is about 61% positive on them. Can it continue a rally like this? Maybe. There's been some rumors about a stock split, so we'll see what happens there. But very, very interesting to watch that happen. I brought up the meme stocks. They do seem to be picking up. GameStop and AMC had great days today. Number 3 is SPY. Remember, for the past month, we've been seeing SPY at number 1. A lot of people have been talking about the overall market, but now that other stocks are starting to pick up and get some crazy gains, they are dominating this chart. Prog at number 4, Lucid Motors at number 6, Ocugen, AMD, Facebook Meta. Crazy to see they changed their name, but yeah, that is also working its way up there. DWalk, Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, the big boys. Smile Direct Club working its way down a little bit. And then if we just keep on scrolling, we'll find CLOV at number 46, and it's slowly working its way up. So jumping in, we have an increase of 350% in mentions. Overall positive public sentiment, about 78% or so. Nearby words include like, holding, up, pop, bet, earnings, goes, big, still, attempt, every, soon, and better, rip. So yeah, people are talking about it, but most importantly, earnings is right around the corner. And we'll dive into the earnings. We'll take a look at the options. We'll take a look at the movement. We'll see what we should expect. Comment volume is slowly starting to pick up the stock price. I don't think it's been refreshed, but it should be working its way up. We're sitting about over here now. But Max Payne, if you're new to this channel, you know that we're obsessed with Max Payne recently. It's been playing out for like a month now, or more actually. The Max Payne is the strike price that the stock needs to be at to cause the maximum amount of pain to the calls and the puts. I've said this over 70 times now, I think, in videos. But if you don't already know, the Max Payne is so accurate with a stock that is so highly manipulated and controlled. I'm very curious to see how it plays, especially from today's nice 4% gain. Next week's Max Payne is 7.5 still. The week after that, mid-November, the Max Payne jumps to 9. So I don't know how accurate the Max Payne is going to be. Further outdated you go. But something that is very interesting. Who are you guys? Who are the 46,000 people? The 46,000 volume on that $8 weekly call. So there's a lot of money pouring in, betting that CLOV will hit 8 this week. That is a lot of money. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on the Max Payne to see if an influx of calls at 8 will move the Max Payne at all. I don't know if it will, and I don't know if it'll affect our little Max Payne thesis that we've had and how we've been watching it literally close at Max Payne every single week. But it should be interesting to watch it play out. It should be interesting to see how earnings is going to affect it as well. But before we talk about earnings, let's take a look at the dark pool data really quick. Dark pool data, net short volume is negative 1.1 million. So the shorts are still there. Net short volume in dollars is negative 8.4 million. So still a lot of money being maneuvered and manipulated inside of a dark pool that we have no idea what's going on in because it's dark and we have no lifeguards there. So again, all we can do is just look at these numbers and say, wow, that's a lot. And then just watch the charts and see what happens. But I saw this post from Round Nefariousness 15, a DD Hall of Famer on the CLOV subreddit, which, by the way, there's 47.8 thousand members on this subreddit. If you like to read about stuff about CLOV, we got a lot of smart people in here. We got a lot of weird people in here. We got a lot of CLOV fans in here. It's just a great place to be. Awesome community. That's actually what drew me into CLOV in the first place. But there's this massive write-up from this guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this and put it in my description. Definitely go check it out. I'm not going to read this all for you guys because you're going to fall asleep listening to the sound of my beautiful voice. But it pretty much walks through reasons why earnings will be a blowout. And he talks about how growth has been on a streak that has lasted all year. He talks about in the last earnings, they gave guidance to more than double their revenue and kick the ass as far as lives under management. So overall, CLOV has been doing fantastic. We've heard a lot of things with Walmart. They're putting a lot of emphasis in Georgia. And then Walgreens as well, Walgreens partnership. I'm just literally skimming through this for you guys so I don't bore you. An unsung hero here is Carmelithia. Carmelithia. She was hired on by CLOV this year to lead partnerships and community engagements. She's also a councilwoman in Fulton County, Georgia. This is not by coincidence. CLOV knew that they had Walmart in the bag. They knew Walmart was building out Georgia first, and they specifically targeted Georgia. So we got a lot of smart people that work at CLOV here. But yeah, it's really good. He talks about the star ratings, and he talks about how we're targeting different age demographics, and it's just growing. It's really well written. You should definitely check it out. But jumping into the daily movement, and I have some weirdness to show you guys. So looking at CLOV on the daily, it just literally just kept going up. So it did what it always does. It opened up, which by the way, this red line and this blue line here are the max pain as indicated by red, and the blue one is the previous close line. So pretty much in the same spot. But CLOV opened up, worked its way up, dipped down a little bit, worked its way right back up, consolidated a little bit, and then slowly worked its way down until it got this little pop here. And something important I want to show you guys when you see a pop on CLOV, okay? Now check this out. In this case, when we got that pop, it worked its way right back down to that pre-pop level, okay? And then it worked its way right back up to the pop level, dipped down a little bit, and then worked its way to end strong at 750, 785-ish. But what I wanted to show you guys is this. Now, I took the $8 option, which has a 46,000 volume on it. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot of people buying that option. And I took that option and I charted it out right here. Now, the option was as cheap as $6 today when CLOV was doing its thing. It dipped down a little bit. Momentum slowed. Maybe volume was low. And the option, the weekly option, was $6. You could buy it for $6. And then the CLOV, the stock, worked its way up. And then what? It was worth around $13. So it kind of doubled in value over there. But then it started to consolidate a little bit, stuck at around what? $10. So anybody who bought at like 6 or so is now sitting at a $4 gain. Okay. That's pretty good. You bought it at 6 and now it's consolidating a bit at 10, and then it dipped right back down a little bit to about 7 or 6 again. Again, low volume. But take a look at this. When the stock price popped, so did the option. A lot of volume started to come in, and this is where the majority of that 46,000 people came in. A lot of people got in at around 10, 11, 12, 13, and then bought more and more and more and more and more and made this contract go all the way to $22. So again, you could buy it at 6 and it went to 22. Now, as CLOV started to work its way down, the option works its way down way faster. It literally crashed from 22 to 10. That's a 50% loss. And then it started to work its way slowly right back up, as so did CLOV. Now, my point here is, who sells you that call? All right, you jump into the options chain and then you see CLOV is going crazy. You're like, oh, I want to make some quick money here. What do? You go find an option. A lot of people play these weekly options that expire this week in a couple days. They say, oh, CLOV is going to go to 8. And then they buy the 8 46,000 times. Okay. What's even crazier is the 8,000 people who bought the 8.5s and the 3,000 people who bought the 9s. But they're pouring into it, creating a lot of implied volatility, creating a lot of IV, and it creates a lot of volume and traction. And they're paying $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. All right, what is 46,000? And let's say it's an average of $15 or so. The people who sold those 46,000 $8 contracts for this week stand to walk away with $690,000 in profit if CLOV closes below 8. Okay, that's a lot of money. Same thing with the $8, the $8.50 option. A lot of people pouring into that option. A lot of money being sent to market makers, to people who are providing that liquidity, maybe hedge funds, people who are shorting the stock, maybe retail who is selling calls. I was looking at some calls to sell. I did not like the premium. It wasn't that juicy. It wasn't that appealing. I didn't want to let go of, or potentially let go of 100 shares of CLOV at 8 for $17 in premium. I know technically that's probably a good trade, but with earnings right around the corner, I am not interested in doing that. So be careful. If CLOV even goes down a little bit tomorrow, all of those options are probably going to end up being very close to worthless. If you are going to buy options, buy yourself some time to be right. Take a look at the November 12th. Take a look at November 19th. Jump out past earnings. Take a look at December 17th. Again, none of this is financial advice or a recommendation or buy or sell any type of security or investment, but just this is all educational purposes only. This is all education. So take that information, understand earnings is coming up. There's going to be a lot of implied volatility. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to get in and out of these plays. But hopefully CLOV just does really well on their earnings. There's a lot of different catalysts to look out for. I'm going to be making a video that talks about exactly what we're looking out for. With that, I love you. Let me know if you have any questions or anything in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.